Drones have been around for a few years, but suddenly they seem to be everywhere in all sorts of shapes and sizes and costing everything from many thousands of pounds to, well, pretty cheap. I'm here with Philip Bloom, filmmaker and drone expert extraordinaire, and we're going to put a number of drones through their paces here at Alton Towers.
We tested 4, not all of them came through intact. First to fly is the fold-up Mavic Pro by the industry leader DJI.
I think what makes it special and why people, so after this and why I like it is its size. This is pretty small when it's like this, but when you fold it down, it takes up about as much size as a camera battery in your bag, meaning I can go out and about and have it with me and not worry about do I need it or not.
But is this for everyone? Is this just pull it out of a bag, start flying, get on with it?
For everyday people, for the consumer, I would say not. It is still expensive, and whilst it does have a lot of auto modes which give you, I would say, a false sense of confidence, you do need to know how to control it in windy conditions like this. It is a bit of an effort, and you need to have that experience and that skill. So I'd be very worried if everybody starts flying these around about.
Next up is the Typhoon H by China's Yuneec, a chunkier hexacopter made in partnership with Intel.
The good thing about one of these, though, if one of the motors does fail on one of the props, it can still come into land. Where you've got a quadcopter, if you have any issue with one of the motors, it'll crash. That's the first time I've flown it, and it's really nice. The screen, having that big screen, is great for composing your shots and seeing it. And it's really windy today, and it felt pretty stable actually in the air. And I think that's really key, is you want a drone that's going to work in all weather conditions. You know, if it's windy, which it can be a lot of time in England, you want it to still work.
Now let's try the Disco by Parrot. It's a fixed-wing flyer that takes off like a plane.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Now,
off you go, let it go.
I'm going to throw it, okay?
Yep, go.
Oh wow.
You can't get any really fine control because it always needs to be moving. Because it's a plane, it can't hover. That's the huge difference. Whereas the drones, they can stay in one position. It needs a lot of space. This is not, looking at the camera image, this is not usable in a shot because it's like, you know, a bird or flying really. You're not really getting anything cinematic. It's an expensive toy.
It's a toy. It's a lot of fun, but it's an expensive toy.
It's an expensive toy and it's a lot of money for a toy.
And finally, one easy enough to fly myself, the PhotoKite Phi.
So this is something different. This is a drone on a string. It's a bit like a kite. In fact, it's called PhotoKite. I'm not entirely confident with the way I'm handling it. Philip, what do you think of this?
It looks fun. I'm not sure of its filming capabilities. It's got no gimbal for stabilising the shots. But for filming in places where you're not allowed to fly a drone, maybe. It looks a bit trickier than a drone, to be honest with you. A drone's way easier to control than that.
It is. It's partly the incompetence of the pilot. Oh.
It's all right.
I don't know what happened there. It just kind of, I lost it. It was like a kite on a beach and a gust came along and suddenly crash, bang, wallop. I think that's pilot error, actually. There's all these different drones out there. Do you see these things being in the hands of everyone? Is everyone going to have a drone? Because that seems to be what the manufacturers are trying to tell us.
I don't think they will, no. They are expensive and people are a little bit nervous about them. I don't think we're going to have a situation where we're nipped down to the park or down to the beach and there'll be hundreds of them swarming around us. I don't see that at all. They are still niche products. I don't see them as mass market like a smartphone or a tablet.
Now, sometimes you can't fly a drone. Lots of places that's restricted, but you've got another trick hidden away here.
Yeah, well, not that hidden, because it's the charter's pole, which extends to over 6 meters. You stick out a camera on the end with a gimbal, and you monitor it on your phone, and you can get some quite nice type shots, really. But first, you need to get it all the way up, and it goes pretty high.
It's probably going to go higher than my drone on a kite went.
Yeah. You've got to be very careful, of course, because it's long. You could hit people quite easily, electricity lines, anything like that.
I'll say one thing, it's a lot quieter than a drone.
It's not, it's going to be as smooth as a drone, but you can still get some nice viewpoints that you wouldn't be able to get with a camera on your shoulder.